Okay, there we go. Let's start this tour of my house. So, first of all, this is our main area, I guess you could say, when you enter with the car, where you either drive in here or you drive down here to park the car. And this is our entrance, and this is our machine hall where my dad is working at the moment. So we enter here. There you go. And everything is a little bit of a mess right now because I got home with tons of laundry, but that's okay. So put my feet here. So this is our entrance with tons of clothes, dryer. Just ignore this, it's a little bit of a mess. And just all our stuff. And mirror. Heyo! And then if we continue through here, shut this door just because it's super noisy. Then we have our bathroom, which is a little big, I guess you could say, with soap and a sink. And over here we have all our closets for clothes and stuff, which was used for me and my brothers. My oldest brother had this one, Niklas had this one, and I had this one. So yeah, Emil, Niklas, and me. Then the shower, a good size, tons of space. And then we continue through the house into the kitchen. Here we go. A nice kitchen, where I've made tons of meatballs and stuff, and our fridge, I guess you could say. There we go. And then we go into the living room, where my mom has this gigantic thing for keeping all the fancy plates and glasses and stuff like this. See? And then, yeah, the living room, which is super nice with lights and everything. TV, this is our old TV, and then there's my brother who moved in after he lived with a couple friends, and we've never been we've just been so lazy we never switched him out, so we just put it on a small table just because we're lazy. So yeah, the living room. And then we come into the other living room that has tons and tons of pictures of family and friends and my brothers, my cousins, and my parents, and basically all the places where we've been. For example, here's me when I graduated my high school. Here's a picture of when I was born, when my parents visited Greenland. It's not that easy to see because of all the sun. My grandpa and grandma. And let's see what else. One of my awesome cousins. He's never gonna forget about this picture because he looks super awesome. But yeah, and the entire family when we were, well, not the entire family, but all the kids while we were in Norway, and all that sort of stuff. And then we have my dad's music area with all his LPs that he puts into this thing. And we don't really use it that much anymore, but it plays music. And it sounds super good. I was a big fan of it when I was a kid. Yeah, tons of music here, and speakers around somewhere. And then this is the second living room, I guess you could call it, with a view to our back garden, where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 apple trees. And the view is actually pretty good today. It's a little bit gray and a little bit cloudy and stuff, but it looks pretty good. All the leaves are starting to fall off because here in Denmark we are having winter right now, so it's getting a little bit cold. And here we have my parents' office and hobby room, basically, because this is where we do everything. This is where my mom usually puts her sewing machine, so all the important paper stuff is here, and all the stuff for the farm and stuff is here. There's tons and tons and tons of paperwork. And just anything. We put basically everything in here that we don't know where to put. And we also use this space for hobbies and stuff. For example, my mom has filled it up with tons of sewing stuff and all decorations that she wants to create or recreate or change or something along those lines. And yeah, so it's a bit of a mess. And also just because we just replaced the windows because the old ones were like super old and couldn't keep any heat. So we just had new windows, which is why everything also is a mess in here. So let's go down to the bottom of this hall, where we have my parents' bedroom, which is nice. Always nice and cold. Here they have all the clothes, and the same in here. And then like night table, like what's it called, bedside tables and everything. Show the clock, which is nice. Ooh, and my mom's headset for her audiobooks because she loves audiobooks now. And then, ooh, and our little special cabinet where we keep movies and games and stuff like that from when we were a child. Like, here's all our PlayStation 1 games and PlayStation 2 games, and DVDs and all that sort of stuff. Which we usually always open this one when we have like my cousins visiting. And then we have my, well, this is not really my brother's, like Nicholas's room anymore. This is one of our guest rooms because Nicholas doesn't live here anymore. So we changed it into a guest room. So space for clothes right here. Everything else here with PlayStation and stuff, and more videos and DVDs and stuff. And the stuff that we're gonna give to Anton not so long ago. Well, not long ago, like in some time, because we're gonna go there super quick because we think like this is his size right now, so we need to give it to him super quick. And then we go into the next room. So this used to be my oldest brother's room, but since he also doesn't live here anymore, we've turned it into like basically like a room for food and stuff. So if we see here, we have a little bit of food, all that sort of stuff. We keep in here like everything extra that we don't really want up in the kitchen, and everything is like stuff that can last for a super long time. And the same for all the stuff over here. There we go. All the food. So basically we take a journey to Germany sometimes, like once a year, where we buy tons of dishwashing soap and what's it called, like toilet paper, you know, all that sort of stuff that can never get too old, and then we put it in that room to save money. And then there's my messy room, where the bed is made. See? Always made. I always make my bed. There we go. Super fancy. It's also a mess because just like made space for me to work. Then I have like my stuffy stuff and everything. And I also have the Brazilian flag. I have my own version of like the thing I had out in the living room with all my pictures and stuff like that, and stuff I've collected. And my other stuff, just like paper stuff and memories, games, figurines, cute dog, and like just like other stuff, computer stuff, more paperwork, my funny mask from when I was in Carnival. Meow. There we go. Louisa has tons of pictures of that. But yeah, my old dog. Sadly, she's not with us anymore. And now we continue up on the second floor, where we have our living room. Well, it's like a second, I want to say like a third living room. I don't know. We don't really use it that much because we're lazy and don't want to like walk up. So this is the double bed where people can sleep if they want to visit. Right now we are also trying to build this out here to like be something, because it's just like been storage and stuff. And here we have a couple of freezers for all the meat and stuff that we got for cows. So see, everything's still a bit of a mess. And then we have the TV area for, you know, Guitar Hero games and all that sort of stuff. The living area where people can sit and talk. Play games area where my computer is. Again, the bed. And then a small dinner dinner table where people can sit, relax, talk, eat, or whatever. So this is like the room that if somebody were to visit, then they were welcome to use this entire space if they wanted to visit. All the space. And use everything there within it. Like for watching movies and all the stuff. Everything. So let's move into the garden. The back garden. There we go. So yeah, my room, my biggest brother's room, and Nicholas's room. Here you can get like a proper view of the back garden with all the leaves falling off the trees, all my dad's like gear for keeping the farm up, and our apple trees, this one, and this one. And then I'll take you over to this, basically. There we go. So now we are inside our biggest hall, I guess you could say, our biggest barn, where we have some of our machines. This one's for sowing, this one's for harvesting, a normal tractor, a wagon. This thing over here is for like spraying out poison against like insects and stuff. And the plow, and another one for, like spraying out like poison for insects and stuff. More tools, and like a silo to keep all the corn. Hay for the animals. And we actually do have animals at the moment. So these are actually not my dad's animals. These are cows from a neighbor farm that we keep for him because he's like remodeling rebuilding his area with like where he keeps all the cows. They're like super fluffy. Look at all the curls. And so we keep them here, and he basically pays us a little bit to keep them. And they're actually not cold at all, because even though like right today I think it's like 13 degrees, they're actually not cold because they're super fluffy. But they're not as friendly as the ones that we used to have. See? Oh, he's super curious. Hey boy. See, they only smell a little bit. The ones we used to have were actually super friendly. You could like come in and go over, and then you could like start to pet them. But these guys aren't as friendly. Well, it's not that they're not friendly, it's just that they're not used to people coming out to them, because he has a lot more animals than we do. So I can show you it from the outside. Here we go. That's what it looks like from the outside. And these are basically bales of hay that's been collected a long time ago, and then they've been sealed inside this plastic, and then some sort of chemical reaction happens inside of it and makes it into food, basically for the animals. Like it's grass that's been collected, and then you keep it inside here, so it actually stays like it can last for longer, and then it's food for the animals. Don't know how to explain it in English, but yeah, this is like the bigger barn, and then our small. So this actually is our small. I want to say like a summer house, because we move it to Løkken. We're out to the beach, and then we use it for every time that we want to go to the beach. Because inside there's a table, there's a few toys, there's a very small table again for the kitchen and stuff. And then here we have our second biggest barn, I want to say, because this is where we used to keep all our pigs and hay and stuff. So along the bottom here there are tons of areas where we have space for keeping pigs. And so yeah, this is how it looks like now. We don't have any pigs at the moment, so it's just empty with all my dad's stuff. Other than that, this is one of our fields. It's kind of big. I think this is one of our biggest fields, I can't remember. No, this is like our second biggest, because my dad up here is out working this field. I think, yeah, he is digging, basically this area over here has a lot of water. So what he's doing is he's digging holes along the way out to this side of the field, so the water goes out of the field, because it's super, basically it needs to be drained. And along the forest here, there is like basically like a long hole. I don't know the right name for it, but there's a long hole where all the water can go. So this is another one of our fields where we have grass growing at the moment, as far as I know. Haven't asked my dad. It could almost be anything. And this is the front of the farm. where we use this one for all the poop and stuff. I want to say, and then you know pump it out into the machines, and then we spray it out all over the fields. But now, since all this area used to be used for it, like you just dumped it in here, and then it got sucked up into this thing, and then you pumped it out. Since we don't use it anymore, we are like covering it up so we can use it for parking area and stuff. So this is my neighbor's house, and then here we have like the name of our farm and the name of the street and the street number, so people don't forget. And my mom has like decorated a little bit with some pumpkin and flowers that don't look so good because it's winter, but you know, still looks super awesome. And then down here we have more apple trees, we have pear trees, and we also have cherries, and I think that's more or less it. But yeah, we have like all these trees along down here are all like fruit trees along all these ones, but not these big ones, they're just normal trees. So yeah, and then we are almost back to the beginning, but I guess the only thing that's left is like the smallest barn that we have, where we just keep more stuff, all the not the toys, but like all the tools, and some like all this is like splinters of wood that we put into our furnace, and my dad's something name in English. More tools, trailers, pumps, this thing, tools all the way down. Like we have so much stuff because my dad is a little bit of a hoarder, so every time that he sees a sale on something used and it can still be used, but he still has like can save a lot of money on, but he already has one, he basically buys it, I want to say, but not that much anymore. An area to park the car and our camping wagon. My dad coming back, and that's it. And our greenhouse where we grow all sorts of stuff, but it's not in use right now, I think. Well, it is, but like it's winter, so nothing really grows. So yeah, I guess that was the entire tour of my house and where I live. Hope you liked it.